Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 15 of The Murder House by David Ellis and James Patterson. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 15. The Supreme Court of Suffolk County is back in session. Calls the bailiff. People versus Noah Lee Walker. Noah shakes his head quietly. He hates it when they announce the case's name. It's hard to feel like you have a fighting chance when it's the entire state of New York against you. And his full name, nobody's ever called him Noah Lee. It makes him sound like a presidential assassin or a mass murderer. He's probably starting to look like one too. In the 3 months since his arrest, Noah has not cut his hair, which was on the longer side to begin with. Now it falls in waves around his unshaven face. USA Today was the first to use the nickname Surfer Jesus, but now even the Times and Nancy Grace have adopted it. Mr. Akers, the judge, an intimidating, steady-faced, silver-haired man named Robert Barnett, looks over his glasses at the prosecutor assistant district attorney, Sebastian Akers. Akers is a tall man with thick dark hair and a clean cut, good looks of a varsity quarterback or presidential candidate. But it's not just his looks, his presence too, the confidence, the performance, adrenaline. He's a man who seems to grow a few inches, whose voice lowers to an octave as he stands before a courtroom bursting at the seams with the spectators and reporters. May it please the court, Akers says, buttoning his suit coat and positioning himself before the jury box. 15 sets of eyes, 12 jurors, and 3 alternates are fixed on the prosecutor. Melanie Phillips was one of ours, born and raised in Bridgehampton. She didn't graduate at the top of her class, and she hadn't yet attended college, but she had dreams. At age 20, she worked day shifts at a seafood hut and took drama classes at night to realize that dream, the dream of becoming an actress. It may have been unrealistic, sometimes dreams are, but this is America, and we all have the right to pursue our dreams, don't we? But Melanie never got that chance. Her life, her dreams were cut short when she was brutally murdered, stabbed and slashed over and over again in a rental house by the beach 3 months ago. Akers sits on that thought a moment, shaking his head with sadness. Zachary Stern, he says, and the jurors pop to attention again. Long time ago, Zach had the same dream. He was an actor, never made it big, but did it for years. A few commercials here, a couple of television appearances there. And when he finally realized that being a movie star wasn't in the cards for him, he decided to help other people fulfill their dreams. He became an agent, one of the most successful in Hollywood, and one day while vacationing in the Hamptons, he met Melanie Phillips. He was going to sign her. Would he have made Melanie famous? Maybe, but we'll never know because Zach was murdered along with Melanie. Akers turns sideways so that the jurors can clearly see Noah at the defense table. Akers turns his head toward Noah and raises his arm. That man, Noah Lee Walker, says Akers, jabbing his finger at him, savagely killed Melanie Phillips and Zach Stern in a fit of rage in the most brutal of ways. He sliced them open and left them for dead. Noah shakes his head and locks eyes with the jurors. His defense lawyer said not to respond, to look composed and dignified, but he can't listen to the accusation without responding. It was a crime of passion, a crime of rage, says Akers, a crime of jealousy, you see. Noah Walker was in love with Melanie. He didn't want to lose her to Zach Stern or to Hollywood. No, if you try to leave Noah Walker, this is the price you pay. Akers nods to his assistant, who pushes the button. Noah's lawyer had argued desperately to keep this out of trial, but the judge ruled against him. The slideshow that pops up on the screen shows crime scene photographs of Melanie close up and full body shots, her vacant eyes staring into space, her mouth barely open, a dozen cuts from a knife cut, some of them deeper, some superficial. The photos of Zach Stern aren't much better, perhaps less graphic, but still horrific. The jury recoils at them, audibly gasping and murmuring. Then the screen goes blank. Akers walks over to the witness stand. You will hear from people you know, who knew Melanie and Noah. They will sit in this chair and they will tell you about the relationship They will tell you about Noah's obsession. They will tell you that Noah couldn't bear the thought of losing Melanie, that he was insane with jealousy. Akers walks over to the evidence table and lifts a bag. You will hear expert testimony that this knife was stained with the blood of Zach and Melanie, and you will hear from Chief of Police Langdon James that he found this knife under a heating duct at Noah Walker's kitchen floor, along with a charm necklace that Melanie had worn around her neck every day of her life since she was 6 years old. Akers takes a moment waiting for his conclusion, and you will hear something else from Chief James. You will hear testimony that Noah Walker confessed to the murders, that when his guard was down he admitted killing Melanie and Zach and explained exactly how he did it. Akers turns again and points at Noah. We will prove all of this to you, ladies and gentlemen, that much I promise you, and when this trial is over we will ask you to give Melanie and Zach the only thing that you can give them now, justice. We will ask you to return 2 verdicts of guilty of murder in the first degree against Noah Lee Walker. In 10 minutes, Akers has summarized the whole thing in a way that makes Noah look obviously guilty. Akers has horrified them with the gruesome photos and appealed to their sympathy when they talk of Hollywood dreams dashed. Hell, he's even made the bloodsucker Zach Stern sound like a swell guy. Noah sees it in the jurors' eyes, the way they follow the prosecutor as he returns to the defense table, the way they stare in Noah's direction with contempt. He's going to need a miracle. That is the end of that chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.